Welcome to another edition of the WVU Sports Buzz. I'm Amanda Mazey, joining you today from the Coliseum floor. And boy, this place is going to be so busy on Saturday. First up at noon, the men's basketball team takes on Baylor. This will be the first meeting between the two schools this season. And then stick around because at 6 o'clock on Saturday night, the wrestling team hosts Big 12 foe Iowa State in only their second home match of the season. And I'll tell you a little later on in the Sports Buzz why this match will be so near and dear to Coach Sammy Henson's heart. But first, let's talk some women's hoops. Mike Carey takes his squad to Iowa to take on Iowa State on Saturday. And before the team left, I caught up with newcomer Jessica Morton to talk about why this stretch of the season is so very important.
We just got to keep working hard, working together as a team, communicating, and just, listen to Mike Carey coach us and tell us what to do.
You had to sit out the first half of the season. So what were you able to learn by watching your teammates play and by watching Coach Carey coach? What were you able to learn?
A lot of different things, like defensive, offensive, all the plays. Like, I'm not good at remembering plays, but I learned how to just stay focused and watch the team go through plays and stuff like that.
You played at Gulf Coast State College. You also played with Kayla Montgomery, who is also on the roster here. Is it nice to have somebody here that you actually played with, a familiar face?
Yes, it's really nice. I'm glad she came here. I'm glad both of us came here to, join WVU basketball. But by playing with Kayla at Gulf Coast, it was a big transition. Like, playing there and then coming here, it's totally different because me and her used to stay on the floor. Now it's like we constantly get on the floor and stuff. But I think that's a good thing, though. So it's a big transition for us.
The ladies return home Tuesday night to take on Kansas, a team that handed them a 6-point loss a couple of weeks ago. Well, the women's track team is heading across the border to Ohio for the Akron Invitational on Friday and Saturday. They're coming off 3 first-place finishes last weekend at the Thundering Herd Invitational. One of those first-place finishes came from high jumper Marcia Lee McBeam. The Jamaican native is coming off a minor leg injury, which does not seem to be slowing her down one bit.
I started competing this past weekend, and it was good. It was more like a confidence booster. And I'm using the upcoming track meets that are coming up now to prepare myself for the Big 12 championship, which is a couple weeks from now.
So tell me how you got into high jumping.
Track and field is a prominent sport in Jamaica. I was exposed to high jump in high school at a very young age. The exposure was more like giving us the opportunity to explore different events. With that being said, I started the high jump and I liked it, and I've been loving it since then.
I know you've been pretty successful as well with your career here at WVU. Let's talk about Morgantown and Jamaica. What do you think of this place? I mean, I'm not sure they could be more different, but your thoughts on being here?
Well, I've been here for 2 years now, and the weather is not like what it is in Jamaica. It's more like being able to adapt to the culture here, and I think I've been doing a pretty good job with that.
Do you like all the fans and the people, aside from the snow?
Oh yeah, the environment is really good. I met a lot of friends, and I still have a lot of friends here, and it's more like being able to communicate with each other and making it feel like home.
So how about this for a stat? Marcia Lee has placed first in her only 2 appearances in the high jump this season. Not a bad way to start at all. All right, so Saturday, if you're coming to the Hoops game, make sure you're in the seat during halftime because there's going to be a special celebration of WVU's birthday. And then Saturday night for the wrestling match, it's Cradles for Cancer, a very special event to raise awareness for breast cancer. So don your pink, you two boys, and the first 500 fans will get a pink towel. But the most touching event of the night will be a special ceremony honoring breast cancer survivors, including head coach Sammy Henson's wife, Stephanie, who is a survivor herself. Just another reason why to pack the stands. Thanks for joining me for this edition of the WVU Sports Buzz. Next week, we're talking WVU baseball. I'll see you then.